Jamaicans are known for taking a single ingredient and elevating it to delicacy standards, just like we did with oxtail. And today, as the pot simmers and the gravy thickens, we're tasting history with every bite. For generations, Jamaicans have been indulging in this delicacy. The name says ox, but the truth? That tail could come from just about any cattle animal. We all know it and love it, but do we know where it's from?
What I say? British. Like, it's a British cuisine.
We don't really know where oxtail come from, but wherever it come from, a Jamaica #1 dish. Especially with the gungo and rice and peas.
We turn now to the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission for the history on this flavorful meat.
The history of oxtail would drag us right back to the transatlantic slave trade, when the slaves were coming to the Caribbean, and on the plantation they would have been given the less desirable cut of meat, the offal, the tripe, the tail, because the oxtail, for example, it takes a long time to cook. So because the slaves are such resilient persons, they would take the oxtail and, from the African and the Maroon heritage, they do a lot of stews. And why stew? When you have a big family, when you don't have choice cuts of meat, then you have to devise ways to ensure that all family members can eat and taste something that's delectable. So in Jamaica, we do that with stew, and it's cooked down nicely and served with broad beans in there. The slave masters, the owners, when they would have tasted a little bit of the bold flavor, they realized, what they were missing and not having oxtail.
Once considered scraps, oxtail is now one of Jamaica's most prized meats, thanks to our ancestors' resourcefulness and culinary skills. Beyond its bold flavor, oxtail is packed with nutrients, rich in protein, B vitamins for energy, iron for healthy blood, zinc for immunity, collagen for joints and skin, and phosphorus for strong, healthy bones.
So the tail is cut in rounds, all right? When you do cut them in rounds, you have to trim, because oxtail have a lot of fat. So we trim the fat, and then we're going to wash. We wash the meat, and we ensure that we don't have a lot of water in there. Back then, the slaves didn't know anything about browning that we have now. So they would get some brown sugar and they would caramelize that in the pot. So we are going to do that today. And then you're going to put your oxtail in. You're going to stir to coat all sections with the burnt sugar that we have done. So we add the hot water, slow cooking. And when it's nice and tender, then we are going to be adding, the rest of the onions, the garlic, the peppers, the scotch bonnet peppers. We're going to add that to the pot. And then when it's almost done, maybe 5 minutes, we're going to add our broad beans, if we use a can broad beans. But if you were going to be using the dried beans, as the Africans would, you would cook those beans first. Then we incorporate both, so we have the beans mopping up some of that lovely gravy. So we want to ensure that we pass the legacy on, so persons will understand where we are coming from to where we are and be grateful for what we have now.
Oxtail isn't just a dish. It's a story of struggle, survival, and innovation. And every time we slow cook it to perfection, season it with our bold herbs, we're not just enjoying a meal, we're tasting our history and our heritage.